There's a trend in VR right now that has been going on for some time, and one that is really becoming quite frustrating. It's annoying to hear about, it's annoying to explain to people, and the hype and fad culture surrounding it, it needs to be gone. Please, leave immediately, cease and desist, shut. I'm talking, of course, about the Metaverse hype. Don't worry, the irony of this video isn't lost on me. I know the term is being searched less and less by the day, and I'm relieved by that. And there is a chance that by making this video, it could potentially cause that to change. However, this is something that needs to be said, and that I feel is not only long overdue, but also speaks for a lot of people in the VR, AR, and XR spaces right now. So here it is.
Stop it. Get some help.
We're tired of hearing about it. We're tired of hearing people pushing this idea. We're tired of every company, game studio, YouTuber, and man, woman, and child from here to the moon announcing their own metaverse or pushing this concept that just isn't realistic and feels very much like a fad that needs to die off sooner than later. After Connect 2021, interest in the metaverse exploded. Suddenly, it was all anyone was talking about in the VR space, and every other company interested in XR wanted in on it too. So every company from Microsoft, HTC, Nvidia, FOV, Meta, Bandai Namco, and even Ramen VR since then have all either announced their own metaverse or are pushing towards a metaverse in some way. Herein lies the problem. These companies aren't doing it because they know what a metaverse is or know what it's capable of achieving. They're doing it because they don't want to miss out on potential revenue streams in the future, and they see everyone else doing it. And that I actually understand. At the end of the day, they have a business to run, and I completely get that. But what they are saying just isn't the truth. At least not the full truth, whether done intentionally or inadvertently. What they are pushing is a business model wearing the skin suit of a metaverse. So what is an actual metaverse and why does it matter? Well, the metaverse isn't really a place, and it can't be truly defined because it isn't tangible. You can't just go to the metaverse. Think of it like the internet. The internet doesn't have a place where it exists, really. It just simply does. But it is the critical infrastructure required for people to access websites and play games online and get their dial-up going so they can hear what two robots making whoopee sounds like, only to be disconnected halfway through because their mom wanted to talk to their bunco club on the phone. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Let's start by going over the principles that establish what makes a real metaverse. Number 1, student watches porn. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. The first is universality. That's a really weird word and an odd way of saying that it belongs to everyone. This means that everyone gets equal access to this technology regardless of location or what hardware they're using. This, in theory, means that the metaverse could even be accessible through phones, desktops, laptops, gaming consoles, and really just anything that has an internet connection. But realistically and ideally, most people will be using it with VR and XR tech. Which means that regardless of the headset you're using, whether it's a Quest 2, an HTC Vive, or even a Valve Index, as long as you have an internet connection, you can access the metaverse. The second one is interoperability. This is what makes the magic happen, metaphorically speaking, inside the metaverse. The ability to swap interoperably between worlds, apps, games, or I don't know, whatever the hell else people want to do in the metaverse. You see some aspects of this already exist in VR games currently, in particular social games like VR Chat or Neos, where you can see users jump between worlds seamlessly, talk to their friends, and even play games within the worlds themselves. In addition, a core feature of this is actually owning the digital assets that you purchase within the metaverse. For example, if you own a skin for a gun in Pavlov and you then decide to hop over to Vale, you will still be able to use that skin on the same gun that you're using in Vale. In theory. I know that's a huge hurdle to cover, but not totally impossible. The interoperability of this means that when you own a digital asset inside the metaverse, you truly and completely own that asset. It's yours. You can do whatever you want with it and use it in every game you play if you so desire, rather than owning game-specific assets or just DLC. The third and quite possibly the most important aspect of the metaverse is that it is decentralized. What this means is that no one owns it, because no one can own it. I mean, imagine if someone walked up to you on the street and said, "Hi, nice to meet you. I own the internet." You would look at them like they were a Quest 2 with a Meta logo on it, because you can't own the internet. It's just not possible. Like, stop it. What is wrong with you? Anyway, it's the exact same concept within the metaverse. You can't own the metaverse. It's just not possible. And that is sort of the beauty of it all, and what makes it such a powerful tool for the future of VR. I mean, the real metaverse, not the weird dystopian version Mark Zuckerberg presented at Connect 2021. It puts the power of the future of the metaverse in the players' hands and lets people do what they want with it. The metaverse, therefore, should wind up being a representation of the people, the players, and the VR lovers and enthusiasts that are using it. Now, let me be clear. I have absolutely no problem with companies trying to forge their own space in VR, and I have no issue with them planning for the future. In fact, I think they absolutely should be planning for it. I'm not deluded enough into thinking that the metaverse is going to be this perfect space filled with cupcakes and pixie dust and unicorn farts, and that everything is going to be free there, because let's just be realistic. That's never going to happen. People are going to sell stuff in there because, as Capitalism 101 so obviously states, as long as someone has demand for a product or service, someone will be willing to sell them said product or service. And while I do have an issue with companies implementing the concepts of scarcity in an environment that inherently does not have scarcity to begin with, very much like Somnium Space, I do see the intrinsic value in goods and services needing to be bought and sold within the metaverse. But do we really want a future where massive corporations are claiming that they own the internet or the metaverse, or anyone for that matter? Like, just don't be ridiculous. You don't own the metaverse, you own nothing. You own a desire or a hope, perhaps, a deluded dream, maybe. The metaverse, never. The metaverse, as Mark Zuckerberg, HTC, and many others see it, is not going to happen. It's going to fail. And right now, we need to stop this fad of pretending like the metaverse is this thing we can own, or taking advantage of the hype to push unrealistic objectives for it. It's getting really annoying. We're in a good place in the VR space right now. It's more affordable than it's ever been before. It's finally getting the recognition that it deserves, and day-to-day usage of VR is exploding worldwide. There's so many different games, apps, and experiences to choose from, and it's just a really, really exciting and kind of a weird time to be alive to experience this happening right now. So let's not ruin it by overusing these shallow buzzwords. Let's stay focused on how incredible this technology is, show people how it can change the world, and continue trying to share this amazing tech with as many people as possible. The metaverse will happen when it happens. That's all the time we have today, ladies and gents. If you're still watching, I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below to let me know what you think about this whole metaverse fad. Don't forget to hit the like button if you thought this video was informative. Subscribe if you want to see more of it next week. And make sure you hit that notification bell if you just cannot stand missing out on this oh so sweet, sweet VR content. I do love each and every one of you beautiful Fothermuckers. Until next time, Gramsy out.